Good evening, everyone. Well, good afternoon, actually. I said good morning and then I said evening. I first want to start off by saying how glad I am to be giving this message today. I love talking, but when I talk the most, I always love talking about the Bible or my testimony or like God in person because He's the most important person in my life. Like, how can I not talk about Him? And today I'll be giving a message about His glorious love. So today, in the message, the theme is actually, I will love you no matter what. And today we'll be jumping into the book of Ruth. And if you want to, you can open up the Ruth if you would like to follow along. So Ruth is a really good book, and it's very small, but you can learn so much from it. There's so much wisdom in it, and I thought I was crazy for like being really excited about Ruth. Like, oh my gosh, I really like Ruth. But I was talking to John Sharp actually 2 weeks ago, and he agreed with me. So now I know I'm not crazy for liking Ruth. So in the beginning of Ruth, it talks about Naomi's backstory. Naomi is the mother-in-law of Ruth. And it talks about that she married a man named Elimelech. I do not know if I pronounced that right. I've been having issues pronouncing that. But after she married him, she had 2 sons named Mahlon and Chilion. And they lived for a while. Then, sadly, her husband passed away. And after that, her 2 sons married to Moabite women named Orpah and Ruth. And after they lived about 10 years, sadly, Naomi was left without her 2 sons and her husband. Her 2 sons passed away. And going on forth with that, Naomi and Ruth and Orpah are now a little bit after and being with each other. Naomi tries to urge her 2 daughter-in-laws to leave her, like to go home after they hear that the Lord is in Moab, feeding and aiding people. She wants them to go home to her mothers and leave her behind because she says she has nothing left. She doesn't have anything to offer them. And they cry to her first, like, why? We wouldn't want to leave you. But she says, even if there was still hope for me, even if I had a husband tonight and then gave 2 birth to sons, would you wait for them until they grew up? Would you remain unmarried for them? No, my daughters, it is more bitter for me than for you because the Lord's hand has turned against me. And this shows that Naomi has doubt in the Lord, and Naomi feels that the Lord is not with her and does not care for her. And that is very normal for us to feel that in tragedies and in tough times, to feel doubt in the Lord. And finally, Orpah is convinced to go home, but Ruth still is not urging. And Naomi tells Ruth, your sister-in-law has gone home, you should too. But finally, Ruth is like, she's done. She's done hearing this. She puts her foot down. And then on verse 16, it says, but Ruth replied, do not urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me. After reading this, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of wisdom thrown at you. And Ruth she's done hearing it. She's like, I will not leave you. I'm here with you. We are here together. And while Naomi is going through a tough time, so is Ruth. Ruth just lost her husband as Naomi lost one of her sons. And it's a really tough time to think about it. And during this time, Naomi is feeling more sadness because she doesn't feel the Lord with her. During this time, Naomi has put distance between herself and the Lord. And because of that, she can't hear him. She can't feel him. And I went back and I reread it as though the Lord replied to Naomi saying to go home and leave her. And I'll read it for you, verse 16, as the Lord's perspective. But the Lord replied, don't urge me to leave you or turn back from you. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people. And your God is my Father. Where you die, I will give you eternal life. And there may I deal with you, and be it ever not so severely, death will not separate you and me. And that's saying death will not separate any of us from God. Doubt will not separate any of us from God. Evil or sin, none of it will separate us from God, because God loves us eternally. And even though we might go through tough times in life, and I for sure can say that I have gone through tough times, the Lord does it for the good of it, even though it may not seem like it. He does it out of his love. And after Ruth says that to Naomi finally backs off. I definitely cannot get into that if this girl will leave me, so if she wants to stay with me, she can. And during this, Ruth represents loyalty. And it's definitely shown that Ruth does not leave Naomi because she shares her loyalty and she shares love. And it's not only her love, it's God's love that she's sharing, that Naomi just can't see. Maybe even Ruth. Ruth doesn't realize that the Lord is being shown through her to Naomi, to show her that Naomi is not alone, but the Lord is with her through all of it. And that just made me think of it as life is hard. My cousin, Emily Winger, she's a member here, and anytime I go to her about like something that's happened in my life, she's like, Rylee, life is hard, and it's not easy, and that's it. And there's nothing else to it. And especially coming from someone who does not have an easy life herself, I'm definitely like, okay, yeah, I'm told that a lot. But she's right. Life always has its way of unsettling us, challenging us, and pushing us to give up every day. We see it. Even if it's the tiniest things, it's shown to us like every single minute of the day. And for me, if I fail a test, I'm like, oh, well, maybe I just shouldn't study anymore. I'm done. I'll just not try my best anymore. Or even if it's reading the Bible, saying, oh, I can't find time today to read the Bible. I don't have any time, so I'll just do it tomorrow. Or tomorrow, it'll be like, I'll do it the next day. But that's life's way of unsettling us and pushing us to give up with things. When really being faithful through that, being faithful through life, unsettling us, is me saying with my test, oh, I failed this one, but I'm going to study harder, I'm going to come back harder, I'm going to get the best grade in my whole entire class. And with the Bible, I don't have time today, but you know what I'm going to do? Right now, I'm going to read 2 verses of the Bible. It's still a way of showing life that, no, I'm not going to give up today. I'm going to keep on pushing forward with my faith and pushing through tough times and showing that I am a child of God and God's love is with me. And just many questions we have is, like, how can we stay faithful in tough times? And like Ruth, how can we show love and loyalty to others? And a big one is, how do we forgive others? That's a huge one. Because most of the tragedies that are put on us are either with others, we go through them with others, or they are caused by others. And it's a hard thing to forgive others for tragedies like that. And with that, how do we show them love and care? And how do we share the gospel? That's a huge one that is so hard through tough times. How do we share the gospel with others? And that took me a while to think about. I was like, I don't know, because I love sharing my testimony. So I have to think about, for others, who don't like talking a lot, like me, how is it easy to just share the gospel with others? And it's a hard question. It really is a hard question. But really, it's just having confidence and knowing that you're not alone with it. And even showing the gospel through others is showing love to others. Because throughout the Gospels, it shows that God shows tons of love towards others. And that's a way of sharing the gospel. It's by showing what is involved in the gospel. And exactly with this message, I know, God called me to give this message. And even though, before here, I was, sitting there, really shaking. I was like, oh my gosh, it's my time. But I know that God wants me to share his love and to share his glory. And the pastor messaged me while I was writing this message, actually, and he said, let God use your trials and troubles to shape you to be a better person and make you shine. And that, it literally says it itself, what it means, is through all the tough times that me and my family have suffered through, any of you guys have suffered through in your life, God calls us to use them and to share with others. And that's a way of sharing God's love, because it's sharing others. This happened to me, this may happen to you, but I got through it with God's love, with knowing God's power, God's glory, and having my faith is what got me through it. And another thing the pastor messaged me was, he who is born in the fire will not fade in the sun. And it was said by an ancient proverb. I was talking to my mom, and so I was like, what does this mean? I'm really confused by what this meant. And I finally figured out the words for it is, he who is born in the midst of a fire is getting burned, getting scars, being very heated, being in a space that's just so hard to get out of. When we get out of that space, and we're faced with the sun, our next tragedy, we already have these burns and our scars to learn. To be like, I already have these, I'm not getting any more, because my scars, my burns might still be here, but I learned from it, and I get stronger through it, through God's love. And through me being faithful, through me being love and caring through the tragedies, is whenever I'm in that fire, still having a smile on your face. Still, if people are with you, holding their hands, being with them, is what gets you through that fire, and it gets you prepared for the sun, which is your next tragedy. And a saying that I heard, I couldn't figure out who said it, but I've seen people post it, it says, sometimes God allows us to go through difficult times, even as a result of wicked actions of others. Yet whatever we have to endure, no matter how unfair or unjust, we can be sure that God will use it for good. And just as I was saying before, a big question we have is why? Like, why would you put me through that? Why would you put me through that time and make me feel this? If you love me, if you have such a great plan for me. And that's literally what the answer is I do have a plan for you. And these tragedies that I put you through, these tough times I put you through, is my way of leading you to such a better life and to just pure happiness. I actually have a funny story. And whenever I was younger, around 3 or 4, my mom and I think my brother, were all at a bookstore. And I guess I just really did not like the books around me. I've never been a huge fan of the book. The only book I like reading is the Bible. And I'm glad that if I did like a book, it is the Bible. But I guess my mom was trying to find a book for my brother, and I was not having it. And somehow I sneaked away from my mother without her noticing. And of course I sent my mother into like a panic attack and looked everywhere for me. And when she finally found me, I was in the windowsill facing out, dancing and waving at people. I was just having a good time. I didn't want to be around books, so I just thought what I love. I like dancing, I like reading people. So I just imagine people walking past me what is she doing? Whose child is this? And I was not an easy child, as that may sound surprising. I was a very, very sad baby. There are so many pictures of me just crying and bawling. And my cousin Emily in the pictures looking at me you put me beside this kid again? Can't you move me somewhere else? But the tables have turned for sure, because my brother apparently used to be a good child. I don't believe that, because I'm a good child now. It's true though, I'm so much better now. And I was thinking about, how did my mom stay faithful and sane through having me as a child? How did she not just I don't even know, yell at me? I bet there was lots of yelling whenever I was younger though. But I just thought of it as, she loved me, my mother loved me, I love my mom. And even though I put my mom through tough times of, pushing things, being sad or not until she put my favorite show on, or running away in bookstores, she loved me. And it's the same thing with God's love. Even though she might have not known that then, it was literally God's love just shown to me, you might be sad, but it's okay, because I know you don't like books, but once you're older, I'll bring a better book to you that you will like. And I'm sad I didn't know it then, but I do now, and I'm happy about that. I've actually had tragedies of my own in my family. The first tragedy my family and I suffered from was the passing of my cousin Skylar. He was my oldest cousin, and Emily and Josie Warner's older brother. And that was a tough thing for my family and I. That's actually what kind of drove my family and I away from church, actually, because we had that huge question: why? Why would you do that? If you had a great plan for me, if you loved me, why would you do that? And after that, the second tragedy that I went through while we were in church, my first tragedy, we've not had the love of our church family with us, but our second was, as I've said before, is that we lost our house, and our belongings, all of our belongings were thrown away. And that was another tragedy that really struck our family. We were just left with nothing, and it was really hard for us. And he had such a great plan for us, and because now we have a home, we have so many new belongings, and we're getting more. So every day I praise the Lord for that, and I know my mom does too. We're so thankful for that. And because of that, I can share with you guys, that was crazy. One day, yep, you're out of your house. But that house was so bad for our mentality physically, and it was the way of the Lord saying, if you're not going to leave by yourselves, I'm just going to kick you right out, because you need to get moving, and I will gladly take that step, pushing you guys towards a better life. And he did, and we gained so much from that tragedy. We gained this church. I was not in a good time before I started coming back to church. I was just not a happy person. I was very independent in school. But coming back to this church and all the love you guys showed us was amazing. And it shows that we have such tough times, but having each other is showing us that we aren't alone. We have each other in those tough times, and that brings me into about sharing the gospel. When sharing the gospel in tough times, we may feel that we're alone. I'm only going through this, I'm having a tough time with this. So many other people in the world are too. We aren't alone with these tragedies that were happening, with needing help sharing the gospel, needing help being faithful through those tough times. And it all comes down to that question, just how do we though? And I was talking to Haley, because I actually made this message a lot about my perspective. Is I thought about how I shared my testimony at Impact last year in front of 700 people, and it was very nerve-wracking. But those were people like-minded, and my mom asked me, well, how would you feel if you gave a message in front of your whole school in an auditorium in one room? I was like, okay, you got me there. I don't know how I feel about that, but I said I would, because I know that there'll be individuals in that crowd that are with me, that are going through the same thing as me, and nodding their head with me, agreeing with me, being yes, you were right. And that's the same way of the world, that we are never alone with sharing the gospel with others. While I'm giving this message, there's probably so many other people that are giving messages right now to a church, or to some random person on the streets. And maybe I bet that person has been through tough times too. And by doing that, by sharing our faith with others and in public, it puts a bullseye on us, really. And that's the tough thing, is by putting our faith out there, it's a huge step for us. And our faith and our trust in God, it's a huge step in trusting the Lord with saying, I'm willing to put my faith out there, and knowing that you'll protect me, and knowing that through my mouth and through the words that I'm sharing, that you will cure others of not knowing the gospel, cure others of just sadness. And Evil, like, gets in our hearts all the time and tells us, no, you're going through a tragedy. I want you to be sad. I want you to just be alone. I don't want you to be happy. But our faith is the strongest part of us. It's such a strong part of us. And it's the fight that we always have in our hearts with evil and our faith. Fighting with each other, like, which way should I go? Like, should I just stay sad, or should I be strong and know that God is with me? And of course, you want your faith to win. And it's hard. Like, I had to battle myself with that, with letting sadness or letting my faith win that. And whenever you do share the gospel through tough times, or share love or share care to others in tough times, it feels so good. Like, I don't even feel nervous anymore. Like, I'm like having lots of fun talking up here to you guys because I love doing it, and it feels so good to be able like to share your story and get it out, because it's sharing to others that, you know, you can get through it. You can get through that tough time. And there's so much more ahead for all of us. And how do we share the gospel? And now, at our age. And really, it's simple ways, showing love to just a kid at church. Or, because I know that's how I learned it. I learned it from coming here as a baby and being in the nursery and being shown so much love by everybody here is what made me faithful and what shared the gospel with me. And just sharing love with your grandkids, with your kids, or with friends, sharing your story with your friends could really just change their life, change a life. And it's so good. It feels so good. I mean, sharing my testimony in front of 700 people at Impact last year, I felt so good because I came off the stage to my youth group running up to me and like crowding me and just like jumping on top of me. And whenever you share your story with others, even though you may not actually have that physical touch, I'm telling you, the Lord is literally right beside you, like, yeah, you did it! You did it! And I know He's hugging you and He's like high-fiving you and lifting your hand. And even though we may not feel like He's doing it, because every single day He calls us to share His story. He calls us to share His love, share His care with others. And really, the worst thing people can do is just not be interested or look at you weird. But know that God is right there beside you, like looking at you like, that is my child. That is the person that I chose, and that's the person that I love. And I love telling everybody this is coming to an end of my message, that God loves you. And period. He does. He chose you. And He has a plan for you. And every single day He calls you to share your story and for you to use your tough times to show love to others. And He will lead you on such a greater path if you just let Him take you through those tough times, even though it's weird. Like, why? If there's like such an easier way out of it, why? If He's leading you, there's a reason. There's a reason why He's leading you that way. There's a reason why you're being put through that. And He wants us to show love and care to others so we can bring our brothers and our sisters together. Bring our brothers and sisters to know His glory, to know His word. And it's so good. His word is so good. And really, all I can just say is, it's weird, like saying, you know what, like, I'm going to show love through tough times, or even though I'm suffering, I'm going to show love. But God did it. God went through so much stuff. Jesus went through so much stuff with His disciples, with others, by preaching, going, town by town, city by city, preaching to people, like, my Father is the Almighty. But it was so worth it, because look at us now. If it wasn't for Jesus and His disciples to get through those tough times, we may not even know who they were, or know of the Bible. And because of that, we know the Lord. Let's pray. Lord, You are so good, and we question You all the time, and we may doubt You, but we know, and you know, that you have such a greater plan for us, Lord. And you know what is best for us. We may question why would you do that to me, or why would you make me go through this? It's because you love us, Lord. And sometimes we need a little nudge, or need that to go through, to be shown that you have so much stuff ahead for us. And you just really know us, Lord, so much better than we do. We love you so much, Lord, and you're so powerful. And because of that, we put our trust in you, Lord. And we trust you to make us go through these times with you, Lord. In your heavenly and precious name.